I've been feeling lightheaded since I lost enough weight to fit like in my skin. Flower petals and feathers tether me to the ground. Take my tea with formaldehyde for my feminine side since the day that I died. While I wait on my bones until I'm ready, am I pretty now? For some reason I find myself lost in what you think of me, too confused to choose who I should be. And now you got me thinking, I wish I could be.
Let's say you've been a bad girl. Let's say, hypothetically, you've been a naughty girl even. Okay. And if you were a naughty girl, you would also be my dirty little slut, right? Then, hypothetically speaking, you would be my little cum slut. Now, let's say that you're also daddy's girl. Now that we've established that you're both a bad girl and daddy's girl, then I believe you'd agree with me when I say that you deserve a spanking. Am I not correct? A bad girl deserves a spanking. And as I am daddy, you are my girl, so I am the one who must provide punishment.
Now, the past few years, you've heard a lot of statements that sound like we must not raise boys and girls as girls, because we just can't be sure that kids actually have the sex assigned to them at birth. You've heard that some people are men in women's bodies, women in men's bodies. You may even have heard that if you're a straight dude and you don't want to have sex with a trans woman, meaning a biological male, this makes you gay. All of this is insane, patent nonsense. Males and females reproduce with one another in the human species. We've known this for quite a while. The simple reality is that the human species is sexually dimorphic. Sex is binary. We come in two brands, male and female. Typically, those who have XY chromosomes are male. Those who have XX chromosomes are female. Males and females differ. They differ in size, shape, musculature, brain function. As neuroscientist Steven Pinker says, differences between the sexes are part of the human condition. There are certainly people who have anomalous genetic conditions, like Klinefelter syndrome, in which a person has two X chromosomes and a Y chromosome, and in whom breast development looks female while male genitalia are present. Overall, disorders of sexual development affect 1 in every 5,000 births. Now, the presence of abnormal development does not mean that sex is a spectrum. To suggest otherwise, it would be the same thing as saying that because one child every 2,000 is born with 3 toes, this means that the number of toes in the human being is a spectrum. Or that a person with 3 toes might actually be a sloth human, a 3-toed sloth human. All reproduction is rooted in the presence of sexual dimorphism. To pretend otherwise is biologically nonsensical. That's why, to end a conversation on transgenderism, just ask for a simple, non-self-referential definition of the terms man and woman. When I say non-self-referential, I mean you can't say, I feel like a woman, therefore I am a woman. For advocates of biology, the answer for what is woman or what is man is simple. You can look at chromosomes, the SRY genes, reproductive systems, verifiable answers to the question. For advocates of the position that some biological men are women, or vice versa, there is no standard that can be applied. A man can become a woman or a woman a man at any time without any stable definition of man or woman whatsoever. So according to our pseudo-medical activists, gender identity is completely separate from sex. The separation between gender and sex relies on a simple fallacy, that gender is entirely socially constructed and thus separate from biology. Gender, in this iteration, would be all the various feminine qualities that adhere to womanhood, or the masculine qualities that adhere to being a male. According to these folks, gender and sex are completely different. Right? All of those gendered notions of femininity are completely separate from being a biological female. This Cartesian notion that you can be a woman in a man's body a soul in the machine, because your gender is separate from your sex, is utterly unsupportable at any level. Everyone understands there are some attributes that are generally considered more masculine. Chopping wood, being dumb.
I'm whizzing with the door open, and I love it.
And some that are considered more feminine. Being caring, being nice, right? These are distinctions that do appear in virtually all cultures. Some of that is undoubtedly biologically oriented, and some is undoubtedly social construction. But it is simply ridiculous to suggest that if a boy is effeminate, he's actually a girl, or that if a girl is masculine, she might actually be a boy. But this is what gender theorists argue. The origins of the gender identity movement lie with a professor of medical psychology at Johns Hopkins in the 1960s. His name was John Money. After twin boys were born, and after a botched circumcision destroyed one boy's penis, that boy was raised as a girl. By the time that boy was a teenager, the boy felt extraordinary discomfort because he was biologically male, and his parents told him the truth.
When you were before, couldn't look you in the eye, just like you're an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special, so fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. It's okay for me. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. So fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Oh, oh. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't Music, I call this music, music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, you pay for music, come buy my music, you call that music, music, I call this music, 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 you pay for music, 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 come buy my music, 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 you call that music, 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 I call this music, 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 you pay for music, 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 come buy my music, 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 you call that music, 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 I call this music, 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 you pay for music, 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 come buy my music, 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 you call that music, 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 get the pro coverage.